Peace and welcome to everybody who's joining us right now. I am your host, Fasting is Life. And for those of you who follow me on my other backup channel, Fasting is Life at your service. Shout out to everybody out there. I hope you're ready for this weekend. It's going to be another beautiful day. I'm here in Houston, and it looks like we're going to have a storm coming our way. So it's cloudy out here. But first, before we can get into this thing, as a reminder, if you are subscribed or you're not on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, share this stream, and shout out to those who are gonna listen to the catch up, the audio version through Anchor. And today's live stream, I wanted to focus more on the healthcare system, but the way I'm approaching it is I'm gonna be using code because with the new YouTube upgrade system, you have to be very careful on what you have to say on the platform because they got a bot that will make sure that whatever message you're portraying is quote unquote acceptable, right? So you can see these pictures I have in front of you. It seems peaceful and all that. And I don't know these people personally, right? We don't know who they are. It's just a picture, right? But some people may wonder, why am I using these pictures and it's a topic at hand? I'm gonna go slowly with y'all today. I'm not gonna rush through this. This is this stream is more of an event and at the same time trying to show you the hypocrisy that I have witnessed this throughout this whole year, this whole 2020. That I'll be sitting, I'm like, how can nobody see the hypocrisy that we just witnessed? That on one hand, we're given certain information, and then a few moments later, everything it's like a 360, as if they never say what or whatever information that was proven factual or truth. There's like a reversal where it's unproven or it's labeled. Oh, it's our mistake. We didn't mean to say that. Looking at the title of this video, what does it say? It says they are forgers of lies. The word forgers comes from the word to forge, to mold, to form, right? Forgers, that term, that verb is usually used for blacksmiths, those who work with steel, creating weapons or tools for farming. When they're in the process of bending and molding the steel, it's called forging, to forge. I'm going to point out certain things concerning the devil. So, for those of you who don't know, the word devil just means a liar, simply put, right? Devil, the origin of the word devil is from Latin, right? Let me read you the definition. The origin of the word devil, right? It says from Old English, therefore, related to Dutch duvel and German teufel, via late Latin from Greek diabolos, accuser, slander, used in a Septuagint to translate Hebrew Satan, from diabalin to slander, from dia across, balen to throw across. So, and what is one tool that an accuser will use? A lie. The devil loves to lie. That's all he can do. Even if the devil knows the truth, you know what he will do? It will. The devil will forge that truth into a lie because that's all he knows what to do. Here's another hypocrisy. The devil will tell you, hey, with all the budget that we have, right? According to our science, it takes 8 to 10. Well, the first they say it takes 10 to 15 years to come up with a syringe, right? Notice I'm using keywords because, like I say, they'll use what you see on your screen. They'll use a syringe, right? They say it takes 10 to 15 years to come up with a syringe that will quote unquote help you, right? Oh, yeah. 10 to 15 years. That's what they say back in, was it late April and late May. That's what they told. They came on the magic box. Everybody across, the United States of America, they were looking at the screen. Somebody with the U.S. seal in the background said, "Hey, according to quote unquote science, it takes 10 to 15 years to get what you see on the screen, right?" Okay. Hey, the dumb masses, they trust the truth. They believe, oh yeah, the magic box telling us the truth, right? 3 months later comes by. Oh, well, what do you know, everybody? Check this out. We were able to pull billions of dollars out of nowhere, and we put a big team of super scientists who are so smart, who according to their own math, would be mathematically impossible to to quote unquote, as they call this operation, warp speed, to come up with a solution in less than 9 months. What? So you mean to tell me, according to this logic, money defies science protocol? So you mean to tell me all these years when you want to come up with the syringe for a particular thingy, a particular Roosevelt, right? I did a reverse so you get it. Roosevelt. Oh, you claim, according to your science, quote unquote, your facts, quote unquote, it takes 10 to 15 years to come up with the syringe on the screen. And then you come out and you say, oh, because we have money, because we put quote unquote $10 billion into this research, we've come up with a solution for you, sleeping sheep. We have the solution. We have the CURE. Well, technically it's not a CURE because if it was, what about all the other things out here? All the other quote unquote disease, cancer, right? How much money, how many billions of dollars have quote unquote gone donated into quote unquote the research over 30, 40 years? Every year, billions of dollars are collected for quote unquote research purposes, and more people are dying from the quote unquote cancer, right? You mean to tell me this thing right here on the screen received $10 billion, and within a year they came up with a solution? And cancer has what? How much in billions? Can you guys estimate? All these years, and you mean to tell me that much money that thing received could come up with a solution within a year, but this thing, according to the science, takes 10 to 15 years? You mean to tell me miraculously the dollar and it's amazing to see the masses sitting there eating this up. And you know what's interesting? When I pointed this out, some of the people out there, they call me tinfoil. They call me Mr. Conspiracy. And you know what's amazing with all this? I am it brings peace in my mind. I'm saying so many "I told you so" into my mind whenever I hear. I'm listening to people who were skeptical, who didn't believe it because I already saw this from afar. And I'm listening to them, hearing the rhetoric change. And I'm like, wait a minute, what happened? I thought you had all the facts. I thought you don't wear tinfoil hat. What's going on? Eh? Why are you changing your rhetoric? I thought facts don't change, right? According to your science, it takes 10 to 15 years to come up with a solution you see on the screen, right? So Operation Warm Speed defy scientific, for math formula when it comes to creating a solution. So you mean to tell me money trumps everything? Even science cannot stand in the presence of money? Amazing. Wow. Hey, what is the most famous capitalist phrase? Money talks. Money talks. And you now watch this. So for the sane people who can actually think and they don't just repeat what they hear on TV, let us use our brains for a little bit, right? I don't care about IQs. IQs is fake news. Use your brain as a human person, right? You know right from wrong. Let us use that part of our brain that's logical. Let us think together. Okay, you know it's according to science, right? Because they did their test, they discover the formula, right? They say it takes 10 to 15 years to come up with the thingy, right? For years, before we were born, that's the same science they had in books they repeat over and over and over, right? But somehow all of that is thrown out of the window in 2020 for the sake of quote unquote rushing in to save the masses. And what is the common denominator for that to happen? Money. So, okay, if money can speed up the process of getting a cure, do you know what else money can do? It can use to do the reverse. Does it not mean that? If they can use money to change the rules of science, according to their logic, science is fact, it stands because it can be quote unquote proven, right? Where is the proof that warm speed will accelerate the finding of what you see on the screen? Hmm? And it's amazing. And I see here, I listen to certain news outlet, I listen to people speak online, offline, and I'll just be, you know, I'm eager to jump in the conversation. I'm like, no, let it burn. Like Usher say, let it burn. Oh, see my chest. I'm sitting there. I'm listening, and within my heart, I'm like, you know what? Like the Joker said, sometimes you just want to see the world burn. Why? Because trying to tell people it's gonna, the earth is burning, nobody's gonna believe you until they can see it themselves. People are not realizing I can see it. How come the rest cannot see it? Like every government on this earth is in agreement. Like I mentioned on the last live I had, where is ISIS? Is ISIS scared? Where is ISIS? Are they on vacation? Are they in quarantine? Are they 6 feet apart over there in the caves? Are they wearing the mask? Well, actually, they were really wearing a mask. Yes, they were wearing a mask before us. So, hey, what happened to them? Guys, can anybody what happened to ISIS? Are they in quarantine? Wait, I believe wouldn't this be the perfect time for the USA to send in the Lone Rangers, the special forces to take them down because it's a time of weakness, right? What's it saying? Strike when it's hot, right? Well, 6 feet apart, quarantine. No more down with America. What happened? They told us about Osama bin Laden, right? What happened? Now people be like, "Oh, fasting." I'm like, do you know why I'm mentioning this? Because we're thinking together. Like, okay, when was the last time you heard anything about ISIS, right? I recall the last report they claim, I think it was last year. They say, oh, we caught one of the leaders of ISIS and he's off the map, right? But we still need to crack down, quote unquote, the organization, right? And we haven't heard anything since. So the question is, did ISIS know that there will be a pandemic? So they plan ahead of time before March, so they'll be off the map. They disappear somewhere, and we have no whereabouts about them. Is that what happened? See, when that's why they want you to be distracted. They wanted you to be alone so you won't talk and ask questions. Because we as mankind, we're a species of we need interaction. We need that's how we need to exchange our minds, that energy. And they deprived you during this period. Why? Because they knew if you could gather for those who believe in quote unquote freedom, you claim to be an American, yet you're scared of an invisible enemy, and you giving. That's why sometimes I'm like, you boast they boast their chest. I'm an American, freedom. Yet you're wearing a mask because you're scared you're gonna die. And you claim to be quote unquote a man of science, and you have no proof that this thing is out there. And you know what's interesting also? Atheists, they don't believe in God, but they believe in this. And you ask them, have you seen it? Right? Because you always talk about how can you believe in something you can't see? Have you seen this thing with your own eyes? So why are you wearing a mask? Oh, I see. If science tell you something invisible is out there to get you, you will believe. Is that what you're telling me? If science says there is a entity that you can't see that will hit you with an invisible hammer, and you're gonna get a big lump on your right side of your head. And in order for you to quote unquote resist, you need to wear a helmet 24/7. Would you do that because science says so? Because the scientists, they have the facts, they have the research. Would you do that? Would you do that because science says so? But wait, I thought you were atheist. You don't believe in things you can't quote unquote prove, right? So why are you 6 feet apart? Why are you quarantining? Why are you wearing a mask inside your car? Where is your evidence that this thing is out there? Can you see it? Can you show me what is so I can see? Or is not what the arguments they use, right? Show me God. Show me. I want to see him so I'll know he's real. Okay, show me this thing if it's real. Because I see you wearing a mask. That means what? You believe. Yes, you have faith. Hmm. Oh, yes, you have faith. That's right, Mr. Atheist. You have faith that this thing is real and it can get you. It will get you. Yeah, you can breathe. So wear that mask. Yeah, Mr. Atheist. Yes, I believe in Rovina 19. I believe in her. She's real. She's out there to get me. So I need to wear this mask. Don't get too close, man. 6 feet apart. You know what? Better yet, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna self quarantine. I'm an American, but I'm gonna self quarantine because I'm scared of something I can't see. The man on the TV said I need to wear a mask, so I have to do it. You know why? Because I'm atheist, but I believe in this thing. Okay, have a nice day. You know what? If you love your family, wear your mask. If you love your family, 6 feet apart. God bless you. Okay, let me point this out to guys. You guys remember that movie Bird Box with Sandra Bullock? You guys seen that movie? Have you seen that movie? What was the premise of the movie? Bird Box. Y'all remember? Open your eyes and see. And when people saw what they saw, what did they do? So the whole movie, the premise of the movie was those who closed their eyes survived, and those who could see what died. Now, I remember watching someone else's breakdown, like his perspective and an understanding. And as I'm speaking to you, it came to me as I'm mentioning it. See, that movie, in one level, they were trying to promote to you that if you can see what's going on, if you can see the real thing, it will make you go cuckoo for Cocoa Pox and off yourself. But if you close your eyes like a blind person, you can't see where you're going. Logically speaking, if you can't see, you can't move. How can you move if you can't see? You'll be like a blind man. You'll fall in the ditch, especially if there's chaos around you, right? But that's not how it works. And another level, what a movie was showing is this: the people, remember that one guy who was forcing people to see? He was doing on purpose. He's like, look, right? And people, when they see they're, oh, it's amazing. What if those are the people who want you to get this? And if you say no, they will go at great lengths to make you take it. Oh, yes. And they come in what? They come with a smile. They come with joy. We're here for you. We care. We care. We love you. Let me find a nice picture that has more teeth? Yes. I don't know these people who are in the picture. They're just it's a picture prop showing you people working in the medical field, right? But based on this topic, this is how the devils come. They come with great smiles. We love you. We care for you. Trust us, right? But hey, guys, what was one thing our parents told us when we were growing up? Can you guys guess when it comes to people you don't know? What did they say? What did they say? Don't talk to strangers. Don't trust strangers. And guess what our parents turned around and did? They went and did the same thing they told us not to. When you go to the hospital, who are those people? Do you know them? No, they're strangers, right? So if a stranger says, hey, little buddy, hey, little Nana, come here. You know what? I love you. Don't worry, it just hurt a little bit. It's just a prick. Oh, you're fine now. It's okay. We love you. We care for you. Oh, let me remove the little banner so you can see what. Oh, we care for you. Do do you feel anything? Does it hurt you, boo boo? Boo boo boo? Oh, let me check your temperature. Are you hot? Do you have a fever? Don't worry. We get you because we love you. Yes. We have science on our side. Don't listen to that guy fasting his life. He don't know what he's talking about. He's all out with that Bible. He's quote unquote brainwashed with that God stuff, man. Yeah, don't listen to him. He don't know anything. Remember, everything he's been speaking about, it's happening. So, but you know what? Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He told you guys about Luciferase, which is included in our shot. And you know what? We don't know how, if it's gonna work or not. But guess what? We're still gonna give you anyway because we love you. YouTube loves us. So anybody who speaks against us, we will punish them. So yeah, come close to my son, my daughter. This is love. You know, even though our science says it takes 10 to 15 years to come with this little needle to give you, but you know what? Thanks to President Trump's administration and the government funding $10 billion for Operation Warm Speed, right? Like, that word comes from what? Science fiction, right? When the Enterprise hits that super light speed, they call what warp speed, right? So they use a fictional word to label a governmental operation. So Operation Warm Speed broke through scientific procedures that takes 10 to 15 years to less than 8 months. And you're gonna take a chance with it, right? Because you know what? When it comes to science, we can change our minds. But wait, I told you, atheists, you say that the Bible has been revised so many times. How can we trust it? It was written by a man, it changed so many times. Wait, explain to me, Mr. Atheist, your science, is it brought up by man? Does it stand forever or does it change? Because a few months ago, you told us, according to your science, it takes 10 to 15 years. So when Operation Warp Speed changed changed the procedure, was that a change made by man? Was that a revision of uh finding out the cure for the needle. Uh, can you explain to me? Can you go in depth? Please help me. I'm Mr. Bible guy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I believe in a book that's being revised by men so many times. So I don't know. How can I trust something that's being revised so many times? Where is where can I find the true fact? Well, so help me with science because I believe science. It doesn't change, right? Once they find the solution, it stands as fact. So explain to me if this fact that's supposed to stand changed to less than a few months because money was involved. Please help me, Mr. Science believer. Please explain. I'll be waiting. Explain to me. Operation Warm Speed. But you see, guys, and this is why I'm no prophet. I don't claim to be, but I'm telling you, you are about to witness the result for the same people who beat their chest claiming I am an American, I have rights. Nobody can tell me what to do. They are about to get a real wake up call. Why? Because they're not that American anymore, and that's the fact. I'm an immigrant. I've been here for 20 years. I've seen it in my own eyes. For me to hear a Native American who beat their chest that their fathers died for this nation to turn around and look at me and tell me that maybe the Second Amendment should be abolished, that we need, quote unquote, restriction on your rights to bear arms. You know what that tells me? It's over. Oh, yes. If the old generation passes away, the new generation, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your ancestors that you beat your chest over, they will be turning in the graves real soon if they could. If they could see how far their seeds mindset have changed. Oh yes. 20 years. You know how long it takes for a generation? 50 years. So if I can witness the change of meaning people my age, my generations of Americans, right? Whose fathers are quote unquote were the baby boomers, the patriots, right? If their mindset could be changed within 20 years, by the time I got here from high school, if they can change the way of thinking that goes against the quote unquote the Americana way, what do you think they're gonna do to their children? So that beating of chest, it's just you know, it's just intimidation. It has it doesn't mean anything anymore. You wanna know why? You're wearing a mask. Ah, they sold us in Hollywood. The Americans are the rebels. They go against the grain. Yet you're wearing a mask. You didn't. Oh, oh, you didn't realize what's been happening the last 20 years? Oh, Yuri Bezmenov. Rest in peace, my guy. Yuri Bezmenov. He was no prophet. He told us exactly what was going to happen. Step by step, administration to administration. He said exactly what was going to happen. And when he was speaking on it, people were laughing. They thought it was a joke. They thought, oh, he's just another cook from Russia. He may be just saying things just to be sensational. And yet, everything he said is happening exactly word by word. But guess what? Who cares? They gotta keep you distracted. They gotta give you your sports. They gotta give you your social media. They gotta give you your music. They gotta give you everything they can. And oh, speaking about giving you something to keep you distracted, America, the United States, drug war. Put these NIGG, put them in jail. They're killing our communities. They're infesting with poison. Scarface, blah, 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 blah. You know, my fellow Americans, Congress has decided to, you know, uh, we need to decriminalize marijuana. We need to make it, you know, not a crime anymore to smoke weed, to possess weed under your, inside your pocket. No more. You know what? Because uh, our science has said that marijuana is not as bad, even though it's still a hallucinogen. It's not that bad. You know, we have a lot of people suffering going after the powder and all the other strong stuff. So maybe we love the American people so much, they've suffered so much that we need to decriminalize it. You know what's interesting about that? For you sleeping sheep who didn't pay attention, they never mention about releasing the people and paying back all the people that they put against that law. They didn't offer that. They just offered that they're gonna decriminalize it. So that means unless they add it, once the Senate says yeah, unless they add it, that means if you went to jail for was it 20 ounce of of the Mary Jane, uh, and you got 20 years for it, guess what? You still have to finish it because this law was passed after the fact. So this law doesn't quote unquote affect you. Oh, it started raining. Beautiful sound. It's probably gonna make me sleepy. So yeah, but I'm the tinfoil guy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, my channel, right? It's called Fasting is Life. I promote fasting and health, and I tell people you don't need to get quote unquote high. Just fast. Your brain is gonna, you know, it's gonna get its own high. Your senses will be heightened, right? They do you wanna know why? Of all the time since American history, do you wanna know why they wanna legalize? I mean, before I can ask why, do you think it's a coincidence that under this whole 2020 madness, the United States government is deciding whether or not, which the House, the Congress already passed, to decriminalize marijuana to make it quote unquote legal, just like liquor? Did that raise an eyebrow? Was that a red flag to you when you heard it? Oh, were you too distracted, excited that oh man, now I can be at peace, smoke my blunts without any problem because the government says I can do it now. It's okay. Not knowing that everything related to quote unquote weed, it's all GMO. You don't know the splicing and the mixing of plant, what kind of plants they had to mix it up to enhance whatever it is. You don't know the ingredient. You just think it's weed, right? You have no idea. I knew somebody personally from Dallas, and he showed me how how they spliced, weed. And when I saw it, me coming from an African background, I was like, that was high level magic because logically speaking, it didn't make any sense. Now, let me explain to you. For those of you who don't know how they splice it, right? They'll take, because weed is like a flower, right? So this is how they'll do it, because it's a flower that bud, right? They'll bring like a little budding thing. For those of you who are weed smoking, you know what I'm talking about. You know, I don't have to explain to you, right? But maybe for the ignorant, they don't like marijuana. It's like a flower, and then as it grows, it will start budding. It will bring like what they're calling it the seed. That's what people. That's the part where people smoke. They don't really smoke the leaf per se, but it's that little flower, right? It looks like a ball. So this is how they do it, right? They cut parts of the leaf of the weed, and then they'll cut another plant or some other form of weed. They will glue the cut apart with the cut apart from another plant. And some way, somehow, that cut part that's glued will heal itself and will merge as one with the quote unquote old cut apart. Even that's I've done farming. I've never seen something like that. I was a high there. What the hell is this kind of witchcraft? I've never, but you know what? He was explaining to me, and I was, I just, I'll say, if you want to learn something, play dumb. Even though I knew what was going on with the understanding of the Bible, that I played dumb, and he saw me process, and he was using the lights because he was growing it in the house. At that time, that was a few years ago. He had the license to grow it, and that license, check this out, he could do it anywhere. Like I tell you, there are some things that goes on that you have no idea. The fasting is life persona that you see on YouTube, this is the persona that I put out, but you have no idea what I know. So people will be like, oh, tinfoil, here we go again. There's a passage in the Bible that says, we speak what we know of. Something I don't know, you won't see me speaking about it because I don't have the knowledge and I don't have the passion for it. But what I have knowledge of, I'll speak with passion on it. A lot of people love to live in ignorance. Why? Because they don't want to learn. They don't want to know nothing. Teach us lies. Tell us smooth things. We don't want to hear nothing else. That is the Western way. Why tell us about bad thing? Bad. We want the good. We want good. We don't want no bad. Because you know what? I work hard. I'm a good slave. I work long hours. I just want to come home, relax, smoke my thing, watch TV. Maybe do some, and then get my rest on and go back tomorrow and do the same thing. Just a routine. Hamster on the wheel. Just do the same all over, right? I don't want to hear nothing. Please, like, just let me live my American dream. Let me dream on. Dream on. Dream on. Like, let me dream. I don't want don't wake me up for my dream. Wake me up before you go. No, 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 no. I don't want that. You know, I want the good life. I want the sweet dreams that are made of these. I don't want to hear those truth stuff. No, don't wake me up for my sleep. Let me see. I want to watch the good things out here, the distraction, the twerk. Let me watch some twerk, let me see some action movie, Avengers, my superheroes and all that stuff. Let me be. Let me sleep on. You want to be woke? You go out there, be woke. Suffer the pressure of knowing the reality. Leave us the sleeping sheep alone. We don't care. When that day comes, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. There's no need to prepare. Hey, like I say, places like this, our voices, they're gonna shut us off anyway. Even if I'm speaking in code, they're gonna get rid of us anyway. It is inevitable. You guys see my video, right? I did call it is inevitable. Yeah, I know. Guess what? If it happens, I won't be surprised. I'll be mad because I'll be like, I have nowhere sending my message. But I was like, you know what? I'm not surprised because it's coming. It's already happening. Certain things I can say it, but I can do it pre-record and go to other sites like MGTOW.tv or OnlyFans and post the videos there. Patreon is trash. You have to share your quote unquote YouTube videos, and then guess what? If watch this to show you the amazing thing about YouTube algorithm, right? Let's say I make a video where I go I wanted to, I go in, right? I say what I want to say, but I upload it as private on YouTube, right? Check this out. It's not public, it's private, right? Because I want to share it to Patreon. Guess what? Not only can they flag that video, even though it's not for the public to watch, they can delete my channel because I violated community guidelines. Check that out. So you know how some people they'll mark their quote unquote live stream or video private? Check this out. Even if they'll mark it private, if YouTube deemed that video a violation to their common community guidelines, and those kind of violation will determine them to either delete that video or delete your channel. Guess what? They will. There's no escape because it's still whenever you upload something on the platform, the computer catches it. You know how I know it? Because I'm a victim of it. That's how I know. That's how I know. So the only thing they're gonna leave out here is anything that contributes to the people staying asleep. And some people say, well, is it wrong to watch a movie? Is it what? I'm like, no. But understand the time you're in and use your logical mind. There's a time for everything. There's a time to go party and relax. And there's a time where you go to wear your boots and prepare for war. There's a time where you gotta eat. There's a time where you gotta go doo-doo. You can't be doo-doo and eating. Where do you see that? Even if you try, what like it don't make no sense. Everything has a time and season. The problem is they have blurred the lines where you don't know what time it is and you're doing the things out of time. That is the problem. And people, well, what do you think is gonna happen? I'm like, you don't understand. They don't have to do something big. They have to like cooking a frog, right? You guys know the analogy, right? They can just come out and say, okay, this is our plan. We're gonna no, they gotta do it slowly and surely, right? They look, 2020 to me is the year Western science got tore down to pieces with a 20-ton nuclear weapon. Science is dead because it was, to me, it's so embarrassing. Any true scientist, right, who has the ethics of science, of true science, right, how it's supposed to be, and that person is not politically influenced or like they say religiously influenced or personally influenced. He's more like, this is what is, this is what's not, and I'm standing by it. He's not unmovable. Those guys are silenced. They can't speak up. Even if they speak, they're gonna drown their voice. Why? Because those who can be bought, those are the people who participated in quote unquote Operation Warp Speed. Oh yes, because they to me, I don't, I haven't met one yet, but what I can feel, right? Because I have a respect for true science. The embarrassment, like it's over 9,000. Like I can feel like true scientists are like, man, these guys are giving us a bad, like what are they doing? This is not true science. And you know what? The beautiful thing that I appreciate, and shout out to the people who are actually doing the research and studying, and that's why Google has started to quote unquote shadow ban certain information. Like, let's say you're looking for a keyword that's not popular, right? But instead of showing it first, they're gonna push it all the way down and showing you something else that has, because it's not a trending topic, but you think that will show up first. No, they're doing a lot of shadow banning because they're realizing people are getting smarter, and that's why they have to pull uh TV doctors. I, uh, they have to pull fake actors, people who are actors and actresses on TV who play doctors. They have to pull them, make shows to try to convince you that, hey, don't be afraid to have this guy give you this. Trust us, especially you black people. That's the mess. Black people, we know the Tuskegee experiment. We know the whole syphilis thing. We know about the Native American. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Trust us. We know what's good for you. Operation Warp Speed. Don't you know what? That fasting is life guy, man. That guy's from Africa. What does he know about? He came from, the hearts of Africa. He didn't have no clothes, nothing. Don't listen to that guy. He don't know what I'm talking about. We are in the West, we know science, we have technology. So listen to us. We're gonna shoot you with this, and believe us, we know because we're scientists. And we love you. Let us smile. We care for you. Are you feeling a bit hot? Oh, let me check your temperature. Oh, you know what? It's 97. You're good, but we can give you some of these pills to lower your blood pressure so low that we know uh, your heart may stop. And, you know, when your family bring you to the hospital and they leave you all alone, we're going to make sure the AC is very, very cold. You're going to be shivering, feeling depressed because, as your temperature gets cooler, you get depressed. You must be you must be warm, you know. But as you get cold and you're older, right? Blood pressure, the pill we gave you, start to kick in. Lower your blood pressure, just like a cadaver, right? Emotionless in a morgue, right? It's very cold, right? Well, you're no different. And we're gonna come there, we're gonna slickly tell you things. Oh, everything is gonna be all right. But we don't know. You know, uh, sorry to tell you this, but something, something else that we discover, we're gonna tell you in the morning. And then they leave the room, and then you're sitting there. Oh my God, what did they discover? Anxiety start to kick in. You cold. Your heart stop beating. But guess what? You took that blood pressure pill. You're anxious. Your heart is going up, and the pill is bringing it down. Guess what? It artery snaps. Hey, what do I know? I'm not a doctor. Don't have you don't have to listen to me. Trust these guys. Trust them. They tell you the truth. They love you. Yes, luciferase. It's good. You know what? Everything the media tells you is good. Speak to your local doctors, right? Your local drug dealer. I mean, your local doctor. They have all the information that is provided by the CDC, and you have to follow the protocols. And make sure you are when you're home, you stay 6 feet apart from your wife. Don't touch her. And according to our new science, if you have any intimate and you have the Rovina, that is not wrong. That is not right, and you must uh, stay off from her or him for 14 days quarantine away from your family if you really love them, and you can come see us. And but since we have a lot of people, We may not get to you. Just call your doctor from your phone, and he will give you directions. Believe everything they tell you because they know what they're doing and they're licensed by the government. They got the degrees, they got the PhD. So listen to them. Don't listen to the fasting. He has no degree in he's not a doctor, so he don't know what he's talking about. He's just a conspiracy theorist. He wears a tinfoil hat, and sometimes he put his head in the microwave. So don't listen to him. Listen to the doctors. The people you see on the screen, they know more than me. Everything they tell you, you have to do it. Why? Because you're an American. Your doctors love you. You know, we live in a Western world. We're developed. We have nice houses and everything. Uh, we don't live in huts. We don't get women to put buckets in their head and walk a few miles to go get water from the river. No, we have running water in our house here in America. So don't listen to fasting. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Listen to us. We are the doctors. And for those of you who are gonna be listening in the audio, I'm basically showing pictures of healthcare people. So you're probably wondering like, what the hell is fasting speaking? So for those of you who will be catching this on Anchor, I'll put the link of the actual video so you can see what I'm showing you. You're probably gonna be laughing. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that part that I just spoke in a few moments ago. That's the disclaimer because remember, I told you, YouTube is cracking down anybody who speaks like me and anybody who goes against the mainstream. So I have to make sure that when I'm giving you, when I'm slipping in my cure, that I slip in a little bit of the poison, so that way the computer, the little bot that be listening and checking the message, the content, can be like, oh, okay, he's for us, he's one of us, yeah, yeah. So before you can make any decision, check out with your local drug dealer. I mean, your local doctor, and he has the expertise and the license, government license, to tell you exactly what you must do because they know better. They got the paperwork. They're practicing medicine. Keyword: they're practicing medicine, and they got the credentials. I don't. I am not a doctor. I never went for 10 to 15 years to get my doctorate to become a doctor. I can afford to get that much loan. No. I mean, nobody on YouTube. I don't know what I'm talking about. So don't listen to me when it comes to this topic. Listen to your local doctor. Remember, they love you. I don't. I don't love you. Yes. There are strangers who care for you. That little clear liquid, I mean, who knows? It could be water. It could be sugar water, but sugar water will look a little bit brown. But this clear thing, don't worry about it. It's good for you because the doctors did their research, right? Operation Warp Speed. So thank God they found a solution under this pandemic so they can save people, quote unquote. They can save you by giving you this. Yes. And remember, once they give you this, you will become a high value man or a high value woman. Did you know that? So for those of you out there, you want to be high value? Well, the only high value people are people who listen to the doctors and let them shoot this beautiful thing, this cure. Yes. Yes. Taking the shot will make you high value. Don't you want to be high value? Hmm? Yes. You become high value after you take the Rovina needle. I can't even say this word. The VACCINE. I can't say it because the computer will pick it up. There is no escape. Ah, yeah. You must listen to your doctor so we can stop the spread of Rovina. Ah, man. It's amazing. I'm sometimes I'll be listening in the cloud, listening to people. I'm like, yeah, things must go as planned. Just let it burn. Just you know what? Ah, we're just gonna watch from afar as things goes as planned according to this pandemic. The people already made the decision. They wearing the mask. You know, they believe it. They trust their doctor. I mean, they're supposed to. Science. Trust your doctor. And uh, it's like you tell a person, especially if it's a close family member, you tell them, "Hey, don't do this. This is what happened," and you show them to prove, right? A few days later, they do the same thing. You're like, "No, no, no, don't do." And then you wonder, like, why are they doing? It? And then, oh, I went to the doctor. Oh, okay, I see. But I don't know why. Every time I go to the doctor, this digital, but I'm thinking this thing is. I'm like, oh well, okay, do this. Yeah, here's the research. Few weeks later, go see the doctor. Did you? Oh, okay. Don't listen to that guy. Okay, do this. I was there. I felt pressure. I was scared. And you know what? That's why they love single mothers. They love women who are desperate. Who are why? Because women, and if you look back, many children got this not because of the father. Yes, because of the law, ignorant fathers. But it was what? Mother's pressure, fear. My baby, and then the father will have what? No choice, persuaded, right? Because remember, fear is contagious. But fathers who understood this, they didn't do it. And it's a good thing also I don't have a lot of people. And that's why I usually like small channel this because I know most people they're not gonna listen to an hour or audio. You know, there's not a lot of people like me who can watch 8 hour stream, right? I can listen to it all the way to the end and catch things that I miss, right? And then guess what? Right now I've passed an hour and 3 minutes, guys. And this is what I'm gonna tell you. I won't tell you where I got it from, but I'll tell you something I was told from a little bird, right? How the people, because remember, the people who are in the know, they have moles everywhere, in every part of society. And what this little bird told me, he said, when we were talking about this thing, right? He said, I don't have to worry about it because my whole family, none of us ever got to get it. And I said, well, where he said, none of us had to take this and we still went to school. And I was like, how did you do it? Listen, he said, because our family, we have people who work in the healthcare system all over the country and the world. And when we go there and they put our name, they know who's gonna deal with us. And instead of us shooting us with, the V word, they shoot us with sugar water. So it's basically sugar going in your bloodstream doesn't do anything. And that's why all my life I never had one shot. Why? Because the shot they gave us was placebo. There was nothing in it. So he's like, hey, even if they make mandatory for the rest of the sheep, who gonna say yes? We don't have to take any. And that's, it's a, why? Because we are, you know, from the elites. It's a, they're everywhere. That's why your name matters. Who you know matters. Network. I always say, build a relationship. Even if people hate the Bible, the Bible tells you. It says, it says sometimes it's good to have a friendship with the rich and the powerful. Why? In a time of trouble, they will be able to what? Help you. And it's a good thing I don't have a lot of people listening. I'm telling you, this world, that's what the Bible says, worlds. There are many worlds in societies. You may be living one particular world, but there are many worlds that you have no idea. That's why some of the people who talk online, they say that there are many people live with many realities, right? They say your reality is one and somebody else's reality is another. They actually correct. Why? Because where you are is your reality. When let's say your family members or whoever is part of your life is not there, they're not present in your reality. It's as if they don't exist. Think about it. When you are at home, right? I'm at home right now by myself. To me, in this moment right now, even though I can hear some noise of children playing or people playing music outside, guess what? Those noise, they're just noise to me. Even though when I walk outside, I'll see them. But at this moment, they don't exist. Why? Because they're not in my presence. I'm here. I am in my reality. So I just wanted to tell you the reason why I'm telling you certain things because I know a lot of people are not gonna listen to this anyway. Yeah, I'm blacklisted. I already know. It's all right. I'll gain subscribers and I'll lose them. That's okay. But it's a good thing that people are here right now listening. Something told me I need to let you know. That's why if you have family members in there, you like I said, we're living in a time where they're making everybody to become isolated. Like me, I love being alone. I love my solitude. But guess what? I'm very social. I have networks, but I like my alone time. But here's the thing a lot of people are not very social. And you'll be like, well, what do you mean? I go and talk to people. Just because you talk to somebody doesn't mean they're a part of your network. They're just a simulation to your reality. Think, think about this. Most people in America, speaking about the West, they have an individualist mindset. So yeah, you may chill, hang out with people, but guess what? At the end of the day, they don't care. Everybody minding their own business. So the thing is, if you have this mentality, and we're coming in a time like this where networking will be the way of life, it will be very necessary. It's time for you to have moles within this healthcare system. You have family members in your health system. Hopefully, they're not brainwashed like many others out there. They can give you some information and you can use your own wisdom to process what to do once you receive the information. Oh, yes. And these are some of the knowledge that the little bird told me that I'm telling you right now. And I've said it also when I was on DJ Kuda and other panel. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to be use some code because I know I don't want to say anything that YouTube may flag it as quote unquote what's it called medical basically like me giving you false medical advice. Just because something is said to be mandatory does not mean you must. Do you understand? Just because they say it's mandatory for you to drink cyanide, does that mean you have to drink it? If they say it is mandatory for you to punch yourself in the eye before you go into a government building, does that mean you have to do it? If they say it's mandatory for you to chop off your toe before sitting down at work, does that mean you have to do it? Do you understand? So when people say, "Oh, it's mandatory," let them speak on. But does that mean you have to do it? See, that's why they need you to be high. That's why they need you to be drunk. They need you to be intoxicated. They need you to be mentally unstable so you cannot think. I don't drink alcohol to the point of drunkenness, and I don't even think about alcohol like that. I don't smoke any hallucinogen because I want to have control of my mind. I don't want to be ashamed to myself speaking things that I shouldn't speak to strangers. Why? Because I'm under the influence, and that's what people do. I see it. I've heard everything, and I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I see what happened to you. Ah, no, thank you. Pass it to someone else who's gonna follow the same path of destruction as you. It's a choice in this world what you must do, and they need you to not think. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest gift the creator that many of you deny, he gave you a brain. The creator has reason, and he gave you a substance in the physical called a brain to do the same thing that he does, like a quote unquote a lower level replica of who he is. And the people who control societies, they don't want you to exist that brain of yours. So, well, with their science, they know how the mind work. They need you to not think, to not ask questions. So people like us out here who think, who ask questions, we are called radical. We are called conspiracy theorists. We are called fear mongers. Hmm? Like Killmonger. We're fear mongers. We spread rumors, lies, deception. We're going against the grain. We hate science. So we cannot be given the liberty to spread the fake news. We must be stopped. Like I say, it's a good thing I have a few people listening. Why? Because those are the people who are gonna be like, man, I heard this. I took it to heart and I was prepared. Guys, I told you I'm no prophet. A lot of you who are listening, you will see and understand what I'm saying. You're gonna be like, wait a minute, they're lying again. You be like, fasting pointed this out. They're backtracking. They're going against everything they just said. But you know how they're able to pull it away? They're gonna give you distraction, trends, music, videos, movies, just to keep you entertained. Are you not entertained? Why? Because when you're entertained, the part of your brain that gets stimulated, right? What do they call it? What, dopamine or whatever? It's like a high. You can't reason. Whenever you're entertained, you can't use logic. You can't use the logical part of your brain because you're being what? Entertained. Now think about this. Remember in Rome, right? They were using the glider. Remember, if all those people were in the stadium were to see, they say, "Wait a minute, we don't have jobs. We're suffering. We can even we're paying like uh $20 for just a loaf of bread. Wait a minute, our politicians are lying. Guess what will happen? The people will get up and they'll be like, "Hey, hey, 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 hold on, guys. Yeah, I love the gliders, but wait a minute. Once the gliders are over, where are we going back to? Shackle towns? We have nothing. We Our taxes are high. These politicians are having so much fun. Guess what will happen? When the people start to think, they can no longer be controlled. And guess what will happen? What happened in France? Why? Because the people will start to think, but you know what? Nah, we're gonna legalize marijuana. What are you talking about? Oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't. Nah, you listening to that fasting guy? Oh no, 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 not today. We got you. We got you good. Hey, Johnny boy over there. Bring that bill, that marijuana bill, into the table of the Congress. Let's pass this. We gotta bring this ship back to sleep. They think they're slick. They think they can rise. Oh no, 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 no. Pass the bill. Cigarettes. Oh, you know what? Let's raise the age to 21. We don't. You may register to go and you know serve for your nation, and you may be quote unquote KIA, but you cannot buy a cigarette until you're 21. But guess what? We're decriminalizing marijuana. We're giving you hope that you can smoke anything you want and you're going to be okay. You're not going to be arrested. You can have a kilo in you. You're going to be all right. Trust us. We care for you. We care. Yes, we care for you. Let's see. Let me check the comment. I haven't even looked. Let me see. Shout out to Jay Everything. Peace to you, bro. I didn't see. Amen. Was it Eman Perry? Peace to you. I see you. Sal's, peace. Make the dictionary, peace, bro. Welcome. First time here, bro. I see you. Peace, peace, man. Yeah, I watch some of your shows. You speak a lot of facts, man. And that's the thing. Like I tell people, uh, we have many brothers out here who are speaking truth, and most of us, the whole thing is when you speak truth to power, you're not gonna have a lot of listeners, and that's okay. But like I say, we're coming in a time where people like us, the people are gonna seek us. Why? Because the things we'll be telling them, it's gonna be evident. Like on one particular side of society, signs of collapsing. Men are covering, let's say, on the side, the relationship between men and women. That's a sign in itself. Health, that's a sign in itself. Politics, that's a sign in itself, right? A relationship with nation, so depending a particular aspect of society, we have brothers and sisters out there who are speaking truth to power, and guess what? They're now being listened to. Why? Because there's a suppression. Because the truth is stranger than fiction, and that's why we must be stopped, according to them. Shout out to Peace, Dale Hess. I see you, bro. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I tell people science is religion. Why? Because the word science is Greek for knowledge. What is religion? It's knowledge. Shout out to you, Dale Has. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you. And we'll see, brother Manfred. Hey, that's the brother from what is it? Austria. Yeah, the brother from Austria. Peace to you, bro. Hey, how old is your father? Because I'll tell you guys right now, if you have any family members who's aged or a babe, like a child, a newborn, and all that stuff. My sister was at the hospital, when she had my niece, right? Every hospital in the world, the regulations on how the hospital should run, all of it was changed under this thing. The protocol of hospitals right now is no longer the same. And I'm telling you right now, the age and the newborn, this period of time and space that we're experiencing right now, it is the worst time for them to be there. And what I'm telling you is the truth. But like I say, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what I'm talking about. So don't trust what I say, because remember, YouTube is listening. But all I can tell you is this: if you can't see it, don't believe it. Why? They will tell you anything because they need your fear. They need your fear so that you make stupid decision. When you're scared and nervous, you never make logical decisions. And that's how they want the masses to be. But somebody like me pointing it out, they will not appreciate it. So they will silence me to the uppest way possible. A lot of people, they will be positive, right? They go negative, like they go so many times, and then you wonder, you're like, wait a minute, it doesn't make any sense. If science was quote unquote as factual, why? I remember in science, right? They say when you do take two different chemicals, right, and you test it, because they've done the test over and over and over, they came up with the conclusion that when you mix one element to the other, this is the result, right? How in the hell are you gonna do a test that it's like so much inconsistency? How can you trust that test? You go there, it says positive, negative, positive, negative. So which one is it? Oh, well, now it says, I'm like, but isn't it a test supposed to be final and factual, right? The procedure. And so many inconsistencies this years that I'm telling you, any true scientist out there must be feeling ashamed and just like, what have we done? Like, because they understand what has just happened. But you know what? I'll tell to the brothers out there and sisters, keep speaking the truth. Remember, people are listening. It may not be a lot, but guess what? If your message can save at least one person, you have done something greater. Why? Because one a life, there is no price for a life. So if your message can save a life where somebody can actually utilize your knowledge to make their life better and prevent a lot of things, especially for the things that are coming down the pipe, man, you've done more than enough. Saving one person, it's like saving everybody. Why? Because it's one life that can survive in this chaotic world. Because the truth is, we can't save the majority. What's the rule? Majority rules. That's the law of this earth, the law of society. The majority rules. So for the few, we can only collect the few. We can't collect the masses, and that's the way it is. And I know sometimes you'd be like, man, what you want and what society want is not the same thing. I want everybody to be, like me, to have this mentality of freedom, enjoying life. I want everybody to be good. I want everybody to be in good health. I want the best thing I want for myself. I want it for everybody. But guess what? That's not the reality of this world. That's not the reality of this world. There are some people who don't want you to have a good life. They don't want you to have health. And it's like I sometimes say, I'm like, what else can I say? It's like, how else can I say something where it will get people's brain to be like, man, it's like, I can see it too, but uh, it is inevitable. But at the same time, we as people, we have something called hope. And hope, hope is a very powerful thing. We need it. We hope to be alive when we go to sleep. How many of you out there, he- when before they go to bed, they be like, oh, maybe I'll die. Like, do you even think about that? No, you get sleepy, you just go to bed, right? Yeah. Well, let's see. What did Sal say? As you saw, he said, fasting. I'm getting ready of my iPhone because I noticed the tips popping up about things I talk about Allah. Yeah, I mean they've been doing, but see the whole thing about spying and listening, it's all about fear. I'll tell you, I live a stress-free life. Why? I have no fear. Guess what? If I die today, hey, at least I die without fear. Because from my understanding, right, death is the ultimate freedom. Why? Because we don't know what happens next. But we know one thing for sure for those of us who are alive. When you're dead, you out of here. You don't know nothing. Someone can stomp on your neck, do anything, kick you, throw you out there. This body is gonna remain motionless. Once your breath is out, it's over, right? But while you're alive, don't fear. We are gonna go sooner or later. Why fear the inevitable? it's like being afraid to go to the bathroom. Guess what? Sooner or later, you're gonna have to go number two, or number three, or number five, right? It's inevitable. You don't go out there and laugh like, man, I don't want to go to number two, man. If I couldn't, I wouldn't. No, it's part of life. It's you don't fear, right? You don't fear that, right? So why fear death? Because it's part of us. We are gonna see it. We are gonna face the Green River one day. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. Nobody knows, but guess what? It's gonna come. I didn't see Salsa says most people want to see it, but females. I mean, yeah. What is it? People will uh always listen to the interest, right? But remember, I said there's a time for everything, right? So yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But the whole thing is, if that's all it is, then there's something, something wrong because variety is something common, right? But like I say, everything is a time. There's a time for that. There's a time for this. Think about it. Imagine you eating every minute of every day. That don't that they're gonna call you. They're gonna your family members are gonna be like, you need therapy. We need to take you somewhere. Like every minute you just eating. Like you eat from the time you wake up. You go in the shower while you taking a shower. You eating something. You brushing your teeth. You're brushing your teeth and you're eating. I mean, imagine that, like, just nonstop. Like people, they're gonna be like, man, there's something wrong here. Like, that make no sense, right? So same thing in life. Like, there's a time for everything. There's time to sleep. There's a time to wake up. There's time to be angry. There's time to be at peace, right? You're not gonna be like, for instance, oh, you can't expect somebody to always smile all the time. No, sometimes you have the right to get angry. It may not feel good to some people seeing you angry, but guess what? There's nothing wrong with it. And there's a time for you where you can smile, laugh, giggle, right? And there's a time where you can cry, and some people may call you a pretty cat, oh, you're pretty for crying like a girl. But guess what? There's a time for a man to cry too. I've done a lot of videos when it comes to health, try my best to give advice based on my experience, what I experienced, and I hope it helps some people. Some of the videos got deleted by YouTube because uh, I was spreading quote unquote ultradox and non-mainstream information when it comes to health. Some videos got flagged as adult content, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much that I wanted to vent today because I was just sitting. I'm like, I came back from work. I was a man. I gotta pull this out of my chest on my, my listeners, my subscribers, my people out here. You know, I know I haven't done a lot of videos and stuff like that because I've been busy, a lot of things. I was like, man, like, we just have to wait and see. Everything they told us, the backtracking. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I tell y'all all about facts and science and it. But hmm, we love you though. Make sure you get this because your doctor says so. And here's a question, guys, talking about if you are if you truly believe in freedom. When your job tells you that if you don't take this, you're not gonna have a job, what are you gonna do? Because I told you earlier, just because it's mandatory doesn't mean you have to. What if your job threatens you to take this, or else you won't have a job? What would you do? See, I tell you, it's not for everybody because some people say, "But man, it sounds good, but man, hey, I need my job. I need my job. So, hey, when it comes to it, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Right? I wonder. I'm like, man, you're gonna take something that you have no idea because of a job, right? So, and then I tell people, you know, the Bible did say that they shall cause, the poor and the great to take the mark, right? And it says that whoever doesn't take it won't be able to buy or sell. Well, in order for you to buy and sell, guess what? You need money. So, how do you get money? For most of us right out here in the West, a job. So the question is, if your job requires you to take this, what are you gonna do? Some people say, "Oh, now that moment will never happen." But I say, if it does happen, like, do you think there won't be any other options? Would you know what to do if you don't want to take it? And if they say, well, the new law passed, you have to take it. If you don't, you can't be in our workplace because according to such and such a clause, it says that we have the right to protect our employees. We have to keep them safe according to the CDC, healthcare, blah 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 blah. Right? What are you gonna do? But I know what the most people are gonna do. They're gonna take it, and that's okay. But for those of you who won't take it, just know that you're gonna be around people like in the Bird Box and The Walking Dead, because everybody around you, when the side effects are gonna start to kick in, and everybody's looking at you, you be like, la 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 la. I feel good today. They'll be like, wait, why are you not like us? And then all eyes on you, and then you're gonna say, "Oh, you know why I feel good? Because I didn't take it." And you know what's gonna happen that moment? You will become the enemy. Those who you call your loved one, they're gonna take it. And they're gonna look at you as the poison of the family. Why? Because you use your brain to think and make a decision that will bail you while they didn't. They were influenced. And then things are not going according to plan, and they're gonna blame you. Why? Because you made a choice to not do it, and you feel good. They're gonna try to persuade you that it's all your fault, that them taking it and getting the wrong thing is all because you did the right thing and are not feeling what they're feeling. And then that's when you will be persecuted. That's right. You'll be persecuted. A lot of people don't believe it. You'll be persecuted for making the right decision for your own life. That's how it works. That's how it works, everybody. Ah, you know what? I've been ranting for a while. Was it 1 hour and 40 minutes? I appreciate everybody who's in the building. Shout out to everybody out here. Before I go, what I can do is I'll throw in the link out there to the people who came back. Whoever wants to speak something, you're welcome to do so. Let me put it in the chat. I really appreciate you guys coming in. I usually don't get to do lives like this, and it's a good thing. My subscribers who come often, they're learning my code words that I'm creating. Rovina. You know who Rovina is, right? Rovina 19. You know, or was it Ronavi? I say Rovina and Ronavi. Basically, I play on the words, uh, and I even mentioned to my subscribers. Remember, like people who usually watch my video after, I see a lot of great comments, but the thing is, because they will say certain words, the YouTube will delete it. So if you want to say something, like you want to say, like you want to be explicit, be very creative with your words. Like instead of you saying like NIGGA, and for my black brothers out there, instead of you saying that, create some words because they are really registered NIGGA or an NIGGAH. So you have to be creative. Like you have to throw it off. Like instead of saying NIGG, you could be like NIGHGA. Like be creative because they cracking. Like I've seen a lot of great comments, whether it's pro or against the rhetoric I was saying on the video, but I can see it because what YouTube deleted it. I've seen like the last 2 weeks I had like 11 comments that were good comments, right? Whether they agree or disagree with me, and I wanted to interact with the individual, delete it. Why? Because in their emotion, they didn't realize that there's no free speech in YouTube, and you can say what you want to say. They will delete it. So you have to be very creative in your comments, right? And for those of you who are also content creators, just remember on the video title, right? For those of you who are monetized, because I'm not monetized, I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. But if start noticing, don't mention political people, like names of politicians on your title. They'll flag it with election. Don't mention the name, the Rovina 90. Don't mention it. Don't mention words like cure, the V word, this. Don't mention it in your title. All videos that mention anything related to politics and the thing, they'll flag it and you're not going to be monetized. Notice some videos when they talk about this thing, what will happen? You have that little blue bar on the bottom of your title and it will say, for more info, go to CDC. If your video gets that, guess what? That video is not going to be monetized. My brother, he actually told me about this, like because I didn't realize. I'm like, why is he doing that? He said there was information that came out where a YouTuber, a big YouTuber, he had like I think what over like 100, like a lot of views on that video, but that video wasn't monetized. Why? Because the algorithm, because he uploaded it first with the V word in the video, YouTube flagged it. Like it's not a negative, like it's more like they said the reason why you're not gonna be monetized. Let's do the reason. Check this out. They said the reason why they're not gonna monetize videos that mentions the V word or the Rovina. Check this out. You wanna know why? They say, oh, because it's the trendiest thing topic of the year. So you're not gonna get monetized. Think about that. Let that sink in your brain for a little bit. The most trending topic of the year, right? Because YouTube, you get paid to create content, right? According to YouTube. But because you mentioned a trending topic of the year, you're not gonna get monetized. So they're saying this. They say if you're gonna talk about it, don't mention it in the title. You mention it, you write it on the title. As you upload that video, the algorithm will lock it. So even if you go back to change the title, it's over. You literally have to delete that video, re-upload it with a different title, and then they will separate. Notice my title, right? I say they are forgers of lie, right? But if I would have put healthcare, guess what? CDC would have flagged it and it would say, look, these guys, man. Man, these guys are they are amazing in their tactics, man. Like yeah, 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 yeah. They're very tactful. Very, very tactful. Yeah, he say Akale CO 910. Oh man. We don't know what's gonna happen next. So You know what? Maybe I can join it with everybody and start making, content where I don't talk about this stuff no more. I just talk with, like, I know on my channel, well, this health channel, like, I have a lot of things planned out because I want to, hopefully in the coming year, I'll be gonna be doing more where even if I can get a chance to do one video per week, and those videos are gonna be like related to health, like some of the herbs that I have. I could do like an actual video on each specific one where I give you the benefits and how to take it and all that stuff and where to buy and stuff like that. Like maybe I'll need to start doing that, to kind of help my subscriber because I have some of my subscriber that usually ask like health questions and I'll direct them to videos. But sometimes I guess they might need a refresher because I have a lot of videos. So some people may not feel like going back in time to look up videos and stuff like that. Even if they click, oh, I want to see the most views. I'm like, my most of my videos don't have a lot of views, only certain exception ones. But yeah, I think health is health is always the topic. But I got that expensive honey that I bought that I've been taking it from time to time. And another experiment I noticed. I was cutting oranges and I cut myself. I cut my index finger, right? So the cut was very deep, like it cut like where the flesh was being. You could see it, right? But one thing that's amazing, and that's what I tell people: fasting does a lot of things in your body. You regenerate, right? So not only my that cut was able to heal within 2 days, I use castor oil, sometimes when I used the band-aid, and I also used tea tree oil and manuka oil as ointment on some days. And I'm looking at the cut right now. That cut, it's healing up already and drying up, like it's sealing it together. Why? Because the inside of my body, I've been, working on it, you know, to the point where I got a cut, like a deep cut, right? The flesh was open. Like, I had to literally put like paper towel, like a bunch of them, just to stop the bleeding because that cut was very deep. And I was able to heal the whole thing where the cut that was open sealed together. And that little part, you know how when you get a cut and it's healing and it's drying up and stuff like that. Yeah, this thing did it within 2 days, bro. Like, it's crazy. Why? Because I live a healthy lifestyle. My body is getting all the minerals I have, and it's whenever something happens, it's ready. A lot of people here are mineral deficient, vitamin deficient, and because they don't detox their body, their colon is dirty, it's clogged. You know, Also, I'm probably gonna do another video where I bought a. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me. I bought a stool, a sitting stool, right? So the way we sit in the toilet, right? Like sitting on the toilet and to take a dump. No, that's actually bad. That's why a lot of people have problems. You're supposed to notice nature is good. Remember when we were doing potty training? What was happening? When you're sitting, what happens to your knee? Your knees are bending, like you're squatting. Squatting is the way to take a dump. So from Amazon, I bought like a standing stool where if I'm in the toilet and I sit on it, it raises my legs so that it brings me to the form of squatting. And I know a lot of people they're gonna be like, oh my god, what the hell is fasting talking about? But I'll tell you what, me buying nothing, it changed the whole game. That's right. And you know what's interesting about many countries? I was even surprised. My sister went to France, right? Like she went to visit. She said Um, Even in the bathroom, in the public bathroom, it's the squatting toilet. It's not the seating like like here. Like they do have it, right? Some homes have it, right? But the squatting toilets is available in many countries where you got the little hole thing. It has like a section where you can go and squat. And I even saw somebody in Japan. They said they had the squatting one, and then instead of using toilet paper, you use water and soap. Like this design it where you can do everything in one spot. I was like, wow, that's amazing. It's more sophisticated in Japan. But since I talk about health, guys, if you're not having easy stool session, it's a problem. And guess what? I, mm, oh, excuse me. For you gentlemen out there, do you want to get 50-year old? You want to get older and have to go see the doctor, have you bend over and get behind you and do things, the prostate thing? Do you really want that as a man? Well, guess what? If you don't want to experience that, start fasting today. That's right. Get your body in order so you won't have to worry about that stupid thing. Yeah. Spread them. Oh, wait. There's a rug here. You know what? Nurse, bring me the tool. You did. What's the tool, doc? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Just clench and you'll be okay. No, no, you know what? Don't clench. Relax. Relax. We don't want you to break yourself. Prostate test time. Yeah. You don't want that, guys. Nah. That's right though. Prepare yourself. Prepare your body. Let it be healthy so that you can prevent a lot of things. Prevention is the best cure. That's how I promote prevention. That's why I love fasting, because you could be like, oh, you know what? I'm only gonna eat one meal a day today, and yeah, it's gonna be hard if you use eating, but it's gonna be beneficial after you do it for a while. You'll be like, wait a minute, I'm not. If I eat, I eat enough to be full, and I not only do I eat food, I take in my vitamins, my herbs, and I'm okay. And people don't understand. Sometimes a lot of the cravings and hunger, it's not you craving food, you craving the minerals that your body is lacking. That's why. And some people they bloat, like like what they call it, water retention. When I was doing some research, some people say, oh, it could be genetic, it could be something. No, it's because a lot of people are not taking enough salt in the body. They've lied to you when it comes to salt. You actually need salt to balance the water in your body. Less salt means more water retention. They lie. They say that more. No, you can't have more salt in your body. You know why? Salt is a mineral. You're gonna pee it off. It's like vitamins. You can never overdose on vitamins. Your body is gonna kick it out because it's gonna get what it needs to just flush it. So you can never quote unquote overdose. Besides, how can you overdose on salt? You're gonna okay. For those of you guys, have you ever tried to take like a large amount of salt water in one gulp, like do like like a few, like a glass, like a small. You put salt, like let's say like a half a teaspoon or whatever, and it shook and it took it where it's like the water is very salty. Guess what it does to your stomach? Some people they get stomach like it becomes unbearable where they have to drink a bunch of water or they puke. You want to know why? Because your body was kicking it off because it's like, oh, no, 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 right? Because there's a way how you take salt, like food and stuff like that, right? So you can never quote unquote overdose in salt because salt is a mineral. Your body is gonna collect what it needs once you get the milligram, whatever that it needs. It will flush out the rest. Yes, your body is very smart. Your body is smarter than your doctor. Your doctor, you don't even know how your body works. They just know the reaction. They don't really know. That's why doctors are still trying to figure out how does fasting is able to regenerate you. Like it's like okay, guys. I know I'm approaching 2 hours. I'll have a show like for you gentlemen. I'm gonna have a show on erectile dysfunction because a lot of men are having that problem, right? Do you know that if you're living a fasting lifestyle, there's never gonna be such thing as erectile dysfunction? So why are you not fasting? Don't you want to save your marriage? Don't you want to save your relationship? Don't you want to your partner to enjoy you? Well, if you're having a hard time getting Super Saiyan, maybe you need to start fasting because the only way you're gonna get Super Saiyan is for you to have blood flow throughout your body. If you're not a sports person, you don't do sports, you don't exercise, and you're obese or you're overweight, how can blood flow through the magic stick? It's gonna struggle. You need your veins within your body to move smoothly and fast as possible, because it's fuel to your body, right? And another cause of ed is erectile dysfunction is stress. Stress. Your mind will affect everything if you're stressed. So like if I were to rank it, the number one is stress. And usually, if you're overweight, that will make you stressful. Why? Because there's not enough blood flow. Notice people who are very hyper and they split sport, they're very, it's hard for you to be quote unquote depressed if you're very active and play sports. Your testosterone, your adrenaline, you're like in hard mode, it's like hunting mode. Blood flow everywhere. Boom, 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 boom. But if you're obese, you like your blood is like it's forcing like just to push the blood into your veins. It's a right. But if you're sports, it's a it has like that bit. But if it's obese, like chopper school. So it's very slow. But you know, so fasting can do that. Like one reason why I love fasting is it does it in a slow process. It takes time, and I know we live in a society instant gratification, so a lot of people don't have the patience. But people, I'll put it this way: if I was very active, let's say I was, I had the lifestyle of a bodybuilder, where bodybuilding is like my quote unquote my way of life, and I get to work out, let's say 3 times a week, and I implement fasting, bro. Like it's like the physique is gonna be on point. Why? Because fasting takes time, but when you're exercising and building muscle, it's a great combination, you know. But it takes time. That's what I tell people. Like, guess what? You're not gonna have loose skins. That's why I would say if you're working out to lose weight, implement fasting also. So some people they do one meal a day, Some people will do one meal every other day. There's a somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook. It's interesting. I actually knew his brother years ago when I was in high school. He's a musician. Like he was like an independent artist living in no Norway, Sweden. Yeah, he's from Sweden, and I met his brother who's into like fitness through him. After 15 years, I knew about him when I first moved to America. I found his music back in the day where was it 2001. You guys remember like Windows XP had was it the media player where you could play music from their website, and he had his music there too, and I used to listen to it. Then he stopped making music like for like 8 years, and I didn't hear anything from him. 15 years later, I was like, you know what? Let me send him a message. I sent him a message, and it took him like 5 years to respond because he never got into online. He got married, moved on in life, and stuff like. So he became a family man and forgot everything about music. And then I guess that feeling came back, and he got back to it. And I got in touch with him. So his brother, he's into fitness, and he was doing an experiment on Facebook. He took pictures. He's already cut like muscles and everything, but he wanted to experiment going 5 days, was it fasting hardcore, where he won't eat anything for 5 days. But this is how he did it. The first 2 days he didn't eat anything, and then on the third day he ate like something small, like I think it was like a little bit of fruit and some liver or whatever. And then he did another 2 days because he was already close to lean. When he did it, bro, like it's like everything was detailed, like his muscle detailed, that this smoothness on his skin, like his skin shrunk and got tight in with his muscles. Because a lot of people, when you work out like you do, like say running, you lose weight, but your skin. That's why a lot of people, because your skin, it takes time for your skin to shrink. So if you're losing weight very fast, right, with exercise, then you're gonna have loose skin. That's why you see a lot of people, they're like, I lost weight, but they got loose skin. But the thing with fasting is it take, because it's slow process, but your cells are changing, are transforming. It's like your what is it, autophagy, right? Basically they're saying it's like you being a teenager again, right? Like your hormones are being renewed. It's as if you're growing up again all over. That's why people who fast a lot, they stay young. Like like me, like I remember a few months back, right? I took a picture of me that I took, and a picture of me from 9 years ago. I was like, wait a minute, I look the same. I'm like, I look the same. I'm like, what? I was like, wow. So especially I tell, if anybody, women should be the one jumping into fasting. Some women, they worry about their hair, stuff like that. I'm like, look, you could regrow your hair when you're fasting. Your body's doing a reset. And ladies, they have things, how God made them, how the Creator made them. Uh, you know, there's a lot of hygiene things that they have to do, right? They go through the detox called, PMS, right? Menstrual, whatever. A lot of women who go through it, but they do fasting. From their reply, they say some of them may have, the whole cramps and all that painful experience, but they say whenever if they fast before that moment or that season of time of the month, whatever, fasting actually makes things a little bit smoother, to the point where some of them say that it's not as painful as before, right? Because if they're not eating anything, and you know just your body's detoxing all the bad stuff out, And he does more stuff that I'm not gonna say because that's not the stream for it. But ladies, you won't lose anything fasting. You wanna look young? Start fasting. You want to have that smooth skin, that lotion, that have those chemicals. You want to have a natural smooth skin. Start doing a lot of dry fasting and get yourself grapeseed oil and castor oil. Mix it together because castor oil is very thick. Mix it together and use it as lotion for your body. And you can also use the same mixture. I mean, you don't need to mix in the cup. Like this is what I usually do for me, right? I'll because I'm growing some hair because I do that during winter, right? So I'm kind of growing afro. I'll take castor oil and grapeseed oil, mix it together whenever after I shower, and then I'll put it on my hair, right? And I use castor oil also for my eyes, for dry eyes. So for those of you out there who have dry eyes, get yourself castor oil, and then I usually buy the drip. I buy the big bottle and the little ounce that has the little squirt thing inside. So I'll take the small one and then drop the a few drop in my eyes to keep my eye moist. And if your skin is already smooth and you use those lotion, I mean those oil, it'll make your skin more smoother too. But doing a dry fast or fasting routine or lifestyle, it will regenerate your skin. You ladies, you worry about your wrinkles and stuff like that. Start fasting. You're gonna regenerate yourself. You're gonna start. Guess what? All your girlfriends are gonna be jealous. They'll be like, "Did you put this whatever brand or lotion?" You be like, "No, I didn't do. I just put castor oil. Castor oil? What's that?" And you tell them, and a lot of them won't believe you. But guess what? The more they start seeing you looking younger and younger, they age, they're gaining weight. But you remain slim. You go to the gym, you work out. You don't eat fast food. You don't eat Popeye's chicken no more. You eat a little bit of veggies, a little bit of egg, a little bit of fruits, a little bit of steak, and you can survive. You don't have to eat all the time when you're stressed and you're depressed. You don't have, you're disciplined, right? Your girlfriends, they're gonna be jealous of you. All the mans are gonna be looking at her as son of them, and they're gonna start hating on you. They'll be like, "What's your secret?" And then you'll be like, "Fasting is life." See, I'm helping you, ladies. Look, and guess what? You don't have to pay me nothing. This is free. Fasting is free. You don't have to spend money. You don't have to get yourself a health coach or whatever. No, just stop eating for a few days. I'm telling you, take 1 or 2 days. Okay, listen to this. If you just take one day out of the week where you don't eat anything, you sleep hungry, you're gonna be ahead of almost millions of Americans in America. By you just not eating one day. That's just the simplest way you could get this thing started. But now imagine you going 2 days a week where you don't eat anything, and at the rest of the week where you eat, you're only eating one time a day. One time, let's say you give yourself a 2 hour window where you can eat anything, a 1 hour window, 3 hour window, 4 hour window. But I'm telling you, the benefits is gonna be tremendous. Okay, Sal says I have eczema on my scalp. No shampoo or what? Guess what? Have you tried dry fasting? Dry fasting is no food, no water. Remember, a lot of things that make us sick is because of we're not detoxing. We have a lot of quote unquote poisons, whether it was from the food that we ate, the vaccine that we got years ago, uh, stuff in the air like that we breathe in, right? So your body needs time to detox. I'll tell you that eczema thing, right? That's simple. Just start dry fasting. What you do is you do like a certain routine, and you have to take certain herbs that help with skin thing, right? So let's say, for an example, you're gonna do dry fasting, right? So let's say first 2 days you don't eat anything or drink any water, right? It's not gonna be easy. And then today that you're gonna go quote unquote break your fast, as soon as you're not supposed to break you, especially if you're coming from a dry fast. I always break it with juice and fruits, never with food. I'm telling you, it's not good. You're gonna be sick. Yeah, water fasting is good, but it's not efficient. Why? Because you're gonna be flushing your electrolytes and minerals. Dry fasting is the true fasting. Nothing compares to it. 1 day of dry fasting equals of 3 day of water fasting. So not only are you saving time, but dry fasting is hardcore. Why? Because your insides are gonna be on fire, destroying all diseases. It's gonna be like an internal nuclear blast, and any disease in your body, they have. That's what I love when I'm fasting, and then I'm going to the bathroom, and my pee turns dark, and I'm like, yes, all the viruses and diseases within me, my white blood cells are having a field day. They're like, "Ah, slash, slash, boom, 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 boom," just blowing them up, like destroying grenades, missiles, everything. Why? Because I'm not digesting anything. People don't realize when you eat, the energy that it takes to digest is your body won't have time to fight diseases. That's why, look, even in the animal kingdom, people watch what do you call it, Animal Planet or History Channel, whatever. Do you see animals go see a doctor when they get injured? No. You know what they do? They go somewhere. They go away from quote unquote their prey or uh, the predators, and then they'll just lay there, just sleep, rest. Animals in the jungle, animals in the forest, they're fast to heal. A bird who breaks its leg or its wing can fly. They'll go somewhere or hide in the nest, stay there for a few days, right? They're not eating, right? They can't fly. They don't want to fly, or they'll fall down. They're gonna be, they don't want to be prey. They're gonna sit in the little nest. They keep trying to flop their wings, and they sit there just waiting for it to heal. Some like in some documentaries, they'll be like, oh, it was there for a few days, and then its wing healed, and they were able to fly, and whoo, off they go. A lion, break its leg, or a antelope, or a bull. They go somewhere, they lay down for a few days, boom, the broken leg or whatever is healed, and they can run again. Now, people never they see it, they'll be like, wait, all they have to do is just sleep? Yes, because they're not digesting. The body has all the time it needs to heal. I tell people this, people don't listen. But prepare your body, especially in the times that we're coming in. Fasting is the best way. And I tell people, you don't have to be radicals like me. Like me, I'm crazy. Like 2 weeks ago, I woke up, I was like, you know what? I want to go 7 days. I want to break my record. 7 days dry fast. Usually I'll crack at 6 days where I can't go no more. I'm like, oh God, I tell you, dry fasting is hard as hell. But you know why I do it? Challenge. I challenge myself. I test the power of my will. I test it. And that's how you increase your quote unquote willpower. Doing things where physically seems impossible. But once you overcome it, you be like, man, that's nothing. Like when I hear people say, oh man, 7 days without eating, man, you die. And then I'll be like, you speak of things you have no idea of. And then you ask them, have you ever tried to go 7 days without eating? No. Well, how do you know you're gonna die? Because I did it. Look, here I am. Show me somebody out there who didn't die. No, no. But does that mean people didn't? I'm like, yeah, but guess what? They didn't follow protocol. They just did it, and most of the time they're doing it to please other people. Where when you do it, it's for self discipline. And guess what? You know when to eject. You gotta have a goal with everything. Like for example, when I did 7 days, I was like, you know what? I need to. I want to break my old record. I'm like, I remember I did a long term fast for 6 days. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, you know what? Let me do it this time where I'm gonna break it to 7, and I broke it 7. And I even tried to go to it. I tried to go 8 days. Guess what? My stomach is like, buddy. Uh, oh no, you don't. I cracked. I had to eat some of the fruits. My stomach was like, "Ah, no, no, we're not gonna let you. Please feed us, feed us." And I ate, and it was good. After you come from a lot, like you learn to, I say, fasting humbles you, and you learn to appreciate food. I don't look everything like if I buy something and I didn't check the expiration date and I see it expire and I have to throw it away, especially if it's something that yeah you can't eat it after it expire, man. It pisses me off. You know why? Because a lot of people out here they're they want they like they wish they would have that food. Do you know how many tons of food from restaurants are thrown away? Edible foods, but because of regulation and all that stuff, they can't give it to people. That's a lot of food, tons. But yeah, so hopefully my little message can help you when it comes to fasting. So yeah, guys, healing is available. You just have to be patient. It's not gonna happen, you know, in one day. I know we live in a um instant gratification society where you want everything happening right now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But you gotta be patient when it comes to fasting. It takes time. And I hear a lot of people, and that's why sometimes you don't have to showing people progress. Some people they won't understand, but that's why you have a lot of people they'll do like a before after. Why? Because people only care about the result. They don't care the process. The process doesn't mean nothing, and sometimes the process will take years. That's what I tell people to come to the way where I am right now. Because I'm trying to build muscle, and to build muscle, you gotta eat, right? So, and since I do trucking, sometimes I don't get a chance to eat. So, I mean, to work out. So, what I usually do is I'll substitute my training with fasting so that to maintain my weight. And logically speaking, sometimes when you do that, if you're trying to build muscle, it's detriment. Because now you're focusing on losing weight when you're trying to build muscle, and it doesn't. You can't do both at the same time. You either lose weight to build muscle, or you're building muscle and you're gonna add weight until you reach a point where now you're not gonna quote unquote add weight. You're gonna be maintaining it, but you gotta build more muscle. Yeah. Oh, you're trying to be Bruce Lee, huh? Yeah. Hey, I see. That means you're active, bro. I'm telling you, the days that you're eating, let's say you're taking minerals, vitamins, right? And then you start dry fasting. I'm telling you, within a week, if you're trying to lose weight, not only are you gonna lose weight, if you're close to lean, you're gonna be super lean, bro. And all you need is just 1 week. Watch this. Let's say uh you want to be shredded. Let's say you're close to lean. You want to basically you want to lose a little bit of body fat, but at the same time you building muscle. In sense that your muscles that couldn't be seen because the fat was hiding it, and you want it to be seen, right? So this is what you do. You're gonna drive fast, right? But you're gonna be eating. But what do I mean by drive fast? So I'll put it this way: you have 24 hours in a day. You take 1 hour, and in that 1 hour is when you eat. And when you eat, don't eat because you want to just eat. You eat to satisfy your hunger. And once you satisfy your hunger, just have something in the back of your head that be like, hey, this I'm all gonna eat one meal a day, so that whatever I'm eating, basically whatever I'm eating right now, I'm gonna take the time to digest and at the same time heal my body, right? Because it takes certain amount of hours for your body to digest. So let's say you wake up in the morning and you eat breakfast or whatever you want to eat, you eat it in the morning. Guess what? You won't eat anything until the next day. And you do this for 7 days. So now watch this. When you're eating, of course, there's gonna be liquid, right? You're gonna have juice and whatever, right? But after that, no food, no water for the next 24 hours. That's dry fasting. You see how that work? So let's say you ate at 8 a.m. today. So from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., you ate, right? You ate something. That means you're gonna give yourself 24 hours for a whole dry fast. So you do dry fast till what? Till 9 a.m. next day. And you break your fast with a juice, right? Or tea or salt water, right? And you do it the same thing next day after next 24 hours. You give yourself 24 hours. And then on the seventh day, or you could break it up into three, where you do it for 3 days, and then you have one day where you don't eat anything. You just basically your 24-hour fast becomes 48, and then you break your fast with juice and fruits, and then you repeat again 2 days of eating one meal a day and dry fast for 24 hours. I'm telling you, even if you look, by you just doing 3 days, everybody's gonna notice. Everybody. And this is you eating. Listen, this is you eating one meal a day and dry fast for 24 hours. Now imagine you not eating anything for only 2 days. I can tell you right now, anyone who's listening, you are guaranteed to lose 5 pounds within minimum 5 pounds within 2 days of no food, no water. Because most of the weight you're gonna lose is gonna be water weight. And I can bet you that you going 2 days, let's say you get on the scale today, you get on the scale, let's say it says 170. I guarantee you after 2 days or within 2 days, let's say you fast till next day, you get on the scale, you're gonna see something, and then the second day I can guarantee you within 2 days, you will lose a minimum of 5 pounds off of you. You're gonna be like, how is this possible? And I'll tell you this: fasting, yes, you want to lose weight permanently in a good way, slow process, fasting will do it. You just have to be patient. And I tell you, because we live busy lives, sometimes it's not easy to do a long fast because you gotta go to work. But me, I'm crazy. I'm a radical. So the people talk about, they say, man, fasting is always hyper and all that stuff. Guess what? I'll be going 5, 6, like from Monday to Friday. To me, everything is normal. I'm going to track stuff. Like people are looking at me, they don't realize I haven't eaten anything. But guess what? They don't know. But you be like, well, how does fasting still have a lot of energy? He's always hyper, loud, and all that stuff. Why? Because I'm giving my body a break. It's not, draining me. Like digesting food drains you. That's why you get sleepy after you eat. You want to rest because your digestive system started kicking. Yeah, I see a lot of people. I'm like, bro, you don't have to spend money. You don't have to pay somebody to lose weight. You can do it right now for free. Look, I'm the cheapest man in the universe. There's nobody cheaper than me. But well, actually, I lied. The cheapest man on earth are Indian people. That's a fact. I sometimes I'm like, man, I'm like, I know I'm super cheap, man. Man, you guys are the cheapest guys on the universe. They know that, it's not being stereotyped. This is actually a fact. Indian people are the cheapest people on earth. Hey, they'll come ask you for a discount, but you're not gonna go and ask them a discount. My Indian friend, shout out to you. They listen to me, they're probably cracking right now. Yeah, I'm very cheap. So guess what? If there is a way for me to lose weight without paying money, guess what? I'll do it. I will take it. What? Pay you money to lose weight? Are you stupid? I want it free or cheap. But guess what? If it's free, why should I pay cheap? Nah, free is cheap. So, yes, I'm doing the free fasting. Yes. And that's why the healthcare system, they hate it. They hate us. They hate people promoting fat. They're like, oh, yeah, but you need to come see us. I remember when I told the doc, one of the nurse that she was asking me, oh, how did you lose weight? Whenever I gained weight and after I did the fasting thing, and I went back to do my physical for my job, and the lady was like, oh, you know, uh, uh, how how did you lose weight? And this, I was doing a lot of fasting. Oh, ooh, you just gotta be careful. You know, you know, yeah, yeah, it could be dangerous. I'm like, yeah, but I lost weight. Look at my skin. I'm showing her my skin. She said, yeah, I know, but it's very dangerous. You gotta be careful. And then I'll be like, oh man, I'm like, you have no idea. I went 14 days without. Oh my god, why? Wow, she be like, that's amazing, but it's not very safe. That's what they say. That's what they say. Man, I want shout out to the people who are still here listening to me. I've been yapping my mouth for all this time. Shout out to y'all. Let me see who else is yeah. Hey, was a Million Global. Man, it's been a while. Peace to you. Welcome back. Oh man, I know some of my, I haven't heard a lot of people. Uh, oh man. Shout out to you, man. Hey, one thing that would be awesome meeting all of you face to face, like instead of being just online. It's always good to meet, the people that you build a connection, online stuff like that. You know, it's always good, because we people are there. Unless you're not real, you're probably a CIA agent. You're building a relationship while taking notes. You're like, okay, yeah, fasting. He loves talking about this. He sometimes he trolls and all that stuff, but you know, we gotta keep an eye on him. He's gaining influence in this space sphere, this space. We need to watch him, but be nice to him. Give him some props and here and there. Jump in on his panels from time to time, and you know, just Give him give him some praises. He push his buttons. Hey, I'm telling. Look, here's another thing, guys. You don't think agents are around here? You don't think? They're out here. Yeah. Yeah. Some of them, you're on their panels. Yeah, they're one of them. Yeah. Oh, yes. Hey, I just keep my mouth shut. There is a way of knowing things. There are codes, ways to know. You can't confirm it, but you may get an idea. So, like I say, don't be surprised. They are here. They're everywhere. Are you job everywhere? They are everywhere. It's a fraternity. So, you know, you might be there. Oh man, they'll be like, look at this guy. He's a fool. They'll be like, oh, don't worry, we're taking notes. We're watching him. Yeah, they're everywhere. We live in a society. You don't know who's who. Never judge a book by its cover. Even the Bible tells you, have respect. Uh, Even if someone you don't agree, just have a respect. And to respect is more like, hey, this guy may know something you don't know. So just be careful how you tread with this person. That's why I usually don't like ignorant people like who I'll put it this way. You can ask a question, right? Because you're seeking knowledge. Oh yeah, let's say if you want to trouble. The thing is, don't make it seem like you really want to know something and then want the person to actually, or you deceiving somebody as if you want a genuine answer only to be, you know, troll into, like it's like to the point where you're like, bro, like, it's like, do you really want to ask questions or you just want to make things difficult on purpose for your own entertainment? And that's another strategy these people do. But anyway, what do I know? I'm just speaking out of the wind. Oh, you're gonna be moving? You trying to move? Hey, I'm telling people. Like, you know what's interesting? We're in winter season, right? The last 3 days, it's been warm here. Like, I had to sleep with an AC yesterday. It was warm yesterday. Like, temperature was like 73 a night, 72, and it was scheduled to like go down at 60 something. It's been very warm this week in Texas, but it looks like because we're getting that rain, that sprinkle, it's projected to the temperature to drop next week, but not a lot. So I mean, think about this: the highest temperature during the day was like 76, 77 on a winter. Like what? Hey, welcome to hell. The South is hell. It's always hot out here. You know, winter comes. Sprinkle a little bit of freezing moment, but then it goes back to heat. Summer. There's no spring. It's winter, summer. you know, that's Texas. Oh, I'm making some noise here. Well, I've been yapping my mouth for was it 2 hours and 34 minutes? I have four people checking on me right now. Hey, I guess they're enjoying my yakety yak. Oh man, I could speak here for hours, but I was like, man, I'm spoiling y'all. I'm spoiling my peeps. They're like, fasting is crazy. One day I may do a show where to basically break down uh Yuri Bezmenov's interview from back in 1985. Basically, break it down. Like how some people do like a review, and there's also another a book that I want to do a review, but there's an audio version of it. It's called A Conversation with the Devil, and I think that video actually should be very interesting for you guys. Um, Most of the time, what I'll do is when I'll play it, I'll make you listen, and then if something is interesting and I want to put my twist on it, I'll do it. The audio, like the book audio, is like almost 3 hours long. So I'm thinking, I'm like, should I break it down into section where I'll pick like maybe like 1 hour or 30 minutes and then break it, because that book is a has a lot. It's called "Outwitting the Devil" by Napoleon Hill. It's a great book. It's a great book. Eh, I'm starting to get sleepy. Sal says, "Any good small towns are here?" Yeah, there's a lot of small towns. You know, it depends where you want to go. But when you say small town, are you saying you want to be so far away from the city, or you want to be in the outskirts, like suburbs, like outside? Like I would say, uh, I always like to be out away from the city. Mm. Uh, you could be 30 miles away from the city, 25 miles. It depends, where you are. Me usually, I'll say if it's somewhere to live, I usually prefer to be close to the main freeway, right? Like me, I live north, like was it 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes from Highway 45. From my apartment to this to Highway 45 in less than 2 minutes. So I like that because I have access to the freeway. But if you have a family, you could be deep, because if the closer you are to the freeway, you're gonna be hearing the road noise and all that stuff. You know, but I always say do your prospect. But me, I like Texas because you know cheap things, cheap areas, and that's the place I've spent most of my time in since I've been here. Even though I've traveled almost everywhere in America, mostly for work and checking things out. But I like Texas. I like Texas. I know some people are like, oh man, it's a crappy state. Get out. Me, I'll put it this way. Hey, I'm a cheap guy. So any states out there that's gonna allow me to do the same thing I do in Texas, like cheap rent, cheap this, cheap that, and I don't get to when I do my taxes, I don't have to pay what? I only pay federal to 8.25. Oh, yeah, that's fine with me. And my Second Amendment rights, there's no oh, you gotta register to get your protection. Nah. Texas, yeah. For those of you who don't know, you don't need a permit to get as many weapons as you want in Texas. Yeah. The only time you need a quote unquote license is if you're gonna be walking in public. Yeah. 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 It's starting a low life. I did that when I moved to Dallas. Oh man. Yeah. If I'm starting to yawn, yeah, that fatigue from work is starting to kick in. And looks like right now it's six p.m. and was it 17 minutes after 6 p.m. Central Time? Man, hey guys, I really appreciate it. You guys came by to listen to my rant. And shout out to all my listeners out there from around the world, bro. I'm like, I check on my anchor. It says since I started, I've gathered over 1,400 plays, listening, plays on Anchor, and through Spotify. I've gained listeners from 27 countries, and all in total, I've passed what 57 countries that I have listeners from, and my top countries are U.S., Ireland. Isn't it crazy? Ireland, Canada, Australia. Let me see. I have it right here pulled up. Let me see. which countries listens to me the most. I was a man. I'm like, people out there listen to my strong voice and accent. My sexy. Okay. Number one, US. Number two, United Kingdom. Number three, Australia. Canada, number four. Germany, number five. Hey, who in Germany listens to me? Ireland, number six. Oh, okay. Ireland dropped down. I guess my oldies are not going there as often. Like I remember the last time I checked, Ireland was number three. I guess each week it changed. And number seven is Brazil. I wonder who in Brazil is listening to me because I know they speak Portuguese. I have, I have listeners from Slovakia, French Polynesia, Nigeria, Romania, Hong Kong, Colombia, Austria, India, Thailand, Turkey, Switzerland, Tanzania, Taiwan, Guatemala, what? Chile, Portugal, Mexico, Estonian. Oh man, yeah, that country is beautiful. I can't wait to go over there. Japan, Malaysia, Denmark, New Zealand, Malta. It's a tiny country. Uh, from was it? Is it Europe or Asia? Hold on. I remember. I know it's a small country, like a very very tiny country. Malta. See. Yeah, in Europe. Yeah, it's very small. Yeah, it looks like okay. It's between Sicily. It's an island. Okay, yeah. I remember. I'm like, yeah, Malta. It's a small place. Okay. Wow. Wow. Who out there in Malta? Hey, was a fellow, my faithful listeners from Malta. Please, I want to know who you are. I know there's not a lot of people from your country listening to me, but please send me a message. I want to. Who out there in this little tiny island is listening to me? I want to know. How did you find me, bro or sis? Singapore. Wow, Singapore, Spain, Belgium, Morocco. Yeah, I remember it all back. Finland. Oh, Finland. Eastern Europe. Netherlands. Okay. Red light district. Maybe they would listen to me. South Africa. Czech Republic. Wow, Czech Republic. Man. What else? Israel. Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan. What? Italy. Poland. Hungary. Sweden, Greece, Argentina, Philippines, France, and Norway. Those are all the countries my analytics is showing. Say geographic location where I'm getting my views. And my highest listeners so far are between the age of 23 and 27 years old, and 18 to 22 coming second. Third, from the age of 45 to 59, where I get most of my play. So 22% of my listeners are between 23 and 27. 20% of them, of my listeners, are between 18 to 22. 15% of my listeners are between 45 and 59. And 12% of them are between 35 and 44. You see? Wow, you know what? I'm very humble. I want to say thank you to all of you out there who had a chance to listen to my voice. Maybe not my voice, but you listen to all the stuff that I did. But I want to say, wow, I'm very humble. I'm like, no wonder your YouTube hates. They're like, we must stop this guy. His voice is spreading. He's like a virus. We must stop him. Bro, like this. Wow, this. You know what? Let me be transparent and show you guys what I see. Huh? Let me share. my screen because I want to be transparent, to my faithful uh people out here. Okay, let me make sure it's the right one. Okay. Analytics. Okay, which one is it? Okay, number two. Is it? I want to make sure I share it the right because I got like three accounts open. So like I usually have like different windows open so I can show stuff. Okay, I want to make sure. Okay, let me see if it's share. No, that's a different one. Okay, let's see. Okay, it must be the second one. Easiest way to make it blah blah blah. Okay, there it is. You guys can see it, right? You see the analytics? Yeah. See, it says 13/22. Usually it takes time to update. So usually if I upload like a video, it may not like because I was it today is the end of the week, right? Like Friday. So yeah, it went down because I uploaded a new video. So last time I checked, I had like 115 play average, but it went down to 85 because whenever you get like a new upload, it will tell you and it says estimated audience. Like now it says 14. Last time it said 25 because I had more viewership and I had more views in November. Was it October and November, right? Election season. That's basically the election stuff had me. And it tells me right here, look, I told you. My most play was the election prediction. You guys remember? I did the election prediction. And then this was a new video, I mean, music that I posted, the Roman anthem. So that's the one that's popular right now. So let me show you the location. You guys see it, right? You see? Oh, shoot. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I was like, what the hell? I thought you guys were seeing it. Oh, let's see. Sheila. Oh, bless you. I guess I missed your message. Oh, good night. Good to see you. I know it's been a while. Okay. Sorry, guys. You guys can see this, right? You see the analytics. Man, I thought you guys were seeing what I was showing you. So let me go back up. Show you. Okay, see here, my most play U.S. election and the national anthem of the Roman Empire. I just posted that not too long ago, and basically this graph shows you the top episode. So this is my highest one, my USA prediction, and here is where I'll see my geographical location. You see the countries that are listening to me. Okay, let me scroll down. You see, right? 64% USA, of course, that's where I am. Look at me scrolling down. Look at all these countries that are listening to me. I wanted to show you so that you guys can see that I'm not just pulling this out of my butt, but this is this is the proof that I'm not joking. These are all the countries that are listening to me. I notice it says less than 1%. So and not a lot of people are listening because they usually share your audios out there. But look at all the countries that are listening to me that I've gained viewership and stuff like that. And some of the places I'm like, how in the hell did they find me? Like Slovakia, like huh? Oh, it's like some of the weird places. I'm like, how in Tanzania, Taiwan, Estonia, Malta, this little island. I'm like, how they, who? I, my listeners, I know you. I'll put this in anchor. So, hey, if you're listening, please. I know I have a lot of. I don't know why I always have shy fans. Like they don't express themselves. Luke, you know me. I'm hyper. I'm very. Maybe do I intimidate you guys? Come on, don't be scared. I won't bite. I'm not a bulldog. I'm a German Shepherd. Shout out to Minister John. His videos, bro. I was listening to his live show, man. I was cracking up, like, oh god, German Shepherd. Man, I don't know if you guys follow what's his name? Like he was like, and they do this. Man. Oh, German Shepherds. So, ooh, I'm approaching 3 hour mark. So, yeah, I think I should eject. Yeah, and I need to catch some Z's too. So, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, my today's rant is pretty much coming to an end. I believe I've said enough that needed to be said. Uh, Remember, they are forges of lies. The Bible says that. It says they are physicians of lies. It said no, they are forgers of lies, physicians of no value. Why? Because everything that we're told about that are based on science, everything is being retracted some way somehow, and nothing is being explained why it's being so. So we will find out. But to my listeners out there, please be safe. I know it's the weekend. Be wise, stay away from trouble, and continue to to endure. I know life is a bit hard right now. The economy is everybody is going through a hard time. Me, no exception. Everybody is. There's an African expression says tightening the belt. Everybody's tightening the belt. Everybody, you know, people who used to spend money, they're not spending like before. Everybody is being very smart. Uh, yeah, I feel your pain, Sals. Yeah. Hey, I'd say I'm a very shy person too. I'm very shy, but I'm so shy that I have to speak up. That's the way I am. And to all my future non-subscriber, my new people, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, share. You know the routine for those of you who know. And the main reason you want to subscribe to YouTube, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. That way, my message can be reached out. Once I break 1,000, I'll be good. That's all I just need. 1,000 subscribers plus. That way, I'll be part of the system how YouTube promotes videos. That way, you're gonna be seeing my videos somewhere, in a videos, recommended videos. That's what we need. That way people can have different options, different perspective when it comes to certain subjects. That's the whole thing about choice. We gotta have options. So shout out to everybody out there. Be safe, sound. I appreciate you coming by, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Stay fasting, my friends. Peace, guys. Thank you again for stopping by. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'll see y'all on the next one. I gotta get some sleep. Peace.